This is Esmail Patel, arriving in good time for a job interview. At reception, Esmail introduces himself. I've come to attend a job interview. Can't tell what you're saying. What's your name? I'll just ask my colleague. What did you say your name was? He's come for a job interview today. Do you want to know where the room is? It's down there, second on the right. I couldn't tell what he was. It was really hard to say what he was saying. I know it's very, very difficult. It was hard to lip read him. Half of it was right over my head, so I had to really concentrate, and in the end I got it. So I showed him the way. Esmail is looking for the interview room. He didn't really understand the directions that he was given at reception. He's lost and he's running late. Meanwhile, the panel are going through his application form and CV. This looks good. I like this. Look at this list of qualifications. I'm really impressed. Look at that. I think he'll be very suited to working here. I'm looking forward to him coming. I think it looks very good, and I hope so. He's late. Yes, you're right, never mind. Please sit down. What's your name, please? I don't understand. I don't understand. Can't you sign? I've come for this job interview. Have you brought an interpreter? I don't understand you. You can't sign? Very difficult to communicate with him. I think he's hearing. What are we going to do? I don't understand. Very difficult to communicate. What are we going to do? I don't understand. I've come for this job interview. No, I don't understand you. Can't you sign? Esmail gives up in disgust and goes out of the room, trying to slam the door behind him. What a waste. A beautiful CV, looked really good. Now he's gone. It's wasted. It looked as if it was going to be fantastic. It's just a communication problem. I didn't know he was hearing. Now he's gone. What's wrong with him? Why did he go? It would have been easier for a deaf person. A hearing person can't do it. All he needed was an interpreter. There, yeah, he's lost the job. The video that you've just seen was a role reversal. A hearing person went in for a job interview and the deaf staff struggled with the communication. That just gives you an example of what it's like in everyday life for a deaf person when he goes to a job centre. The hearing people panic and put all sorts of barriers up. At one time, going in the job centre was easy, but now it's difficult. I think you should create several different things. One, you should set up a minicom so that deaf people can communicate with you. It'll only take you about 10 minutes to learn the minicom. 10 minutes, that's all. Now, if you've got enough disability employment advisors, that's okay. But what you need is to create deaf awareness training for your frontline staff so that they will then know what they're going to cope with deaf people. Because of our education system at the moment, deaf people find it very difficult to learn anything. So when they come into your job centre, they find it difficult to read notices, leaflets, and especially filling in forms. They need help with that. Why don't you, for example, set up a session every week, say for deaf people, say on a Wednesday between 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock with a communicator present, so that when deaf people will know they can come at that time without any problems, and you can give them all the information that they require, helping them to fill the forms in and so on. I know that you're aware that interpreters are expensive, but you only need a communicator on that day. But when you arrange for a deaf person to go for a job, it's really important that you employ a fully qualified interpreter. If you do all of these things, then our stress of access will disappear and we'll all be happy, and you'll be following the Disability Discrimination Act perfectly.